Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric. You know, we're headed out to southwest Missouri right now. We're going to meet up with Bart and do some turkey hunting.
We'll see him tonight, and we should link up with Jeff tomorrow night. So that evening, we link up with Bart, we set up camp, enjoy the beautiful sunset, and sit around the fire. Next morning, we're out early and in the blind. First visitor of the day is a hen. And then we had some whitetail go by. About 90 minutes later, we see what we were hoping for. We had already decided that Eric was up first because he couldn't come hunting with me in Colorado, so Bart passes him his shotgun.
Yeah. He's the one in front. He's the front one.
I think Eric about fell out of his chair on that one.
Smokes.
Eric's on the board. Guide and hunter are emerging from the woods after a successful morning. After we got Eric's turkey back to camp, Bart and I headed out. It wasn't long before Bart struck up a gobbler. We set up, but he just wouldn't commit to coming in, and it sounded like he started getting further away, so we packed up and headed in his direction. We got to the edge of a field, and I can see into it, and I can see the turkey's tail feathers sticking up out in the field a little bit. So Bart tries to call him in. And it just had no effect. That turkey did not want to come out. So I start trying to creep closer to the wood line, but you only have until 1300 in Missouri to hunt turkeys. And it was coming down to the last few minutes, and wasn't long before this bird came screaming in. The turkey closed up his fan and headed into the woods. Now it's time to go link up with Jeff. There's our weary traveler.
That's creepy. It's flame creepy. All camoed up, hanging around the corner. That movie came on, I'm like, The Secret Life, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I watched the movie and I was like, that movie was awesome, man. And then the next time it came on, I watched it, and I finally watched it so many times.
Next morning, real early, Bart and Jeff head out in one direction, Eric heads out in another, and I head out in another. I take the road most of the way because I didn't want to cut through the pasture because these guys yesterday got a little aggressive with Bart and I. Now I had set up in my ground blind, but walking out through the pasture, my feet got soaking wet and it was about in the high 30s. So after a while my feet got really cold and I just had to go walk. I could hear a gobbler out behind me, so I went trying to make a move on him. But when I got out there, he had stopped gobbling. So by now I'm warm, sun's well up, and I come back around toward my blind and I see out in the field, I see a turkey strutting on the other side of the field, and I realize I can't get in my blind the way it's sitting. There's no way to get to it without him seeing me. So I just commenced to belly crawl toward my decoys, and I could tell that he's starting to work all the way across the field to me. Probably took 30 minutes for him to get across. So now I'm just waiting and hoping he gets closer to my decoys so I can cut the distance down. All of a sudden, the turkey I'm watching, he's working my decoys, and he makes a hard move right to left. And another tom comes in left to right, and they have a little tiff, and the second one stays. So now I'm thinking, is this like the big one? And now he's working around my decoys, and I'm trying to figure out, how do I close another few yards? Well, finally, this turkey turns his back to me and keeps it turned. I'm able to stand up, take another couple steps forward, and take a knee. Knowing I'm getting close to my max range with my shotgun, as soon as I fire, I take off running at him, and he kind of rolled a little bit, and then came up into a semi-strut position. So I put my bead right out in front of his nose, and squeezed another one off.
Those two came right into my decoys. Well, eventually came into my decoys, but I was already out walking in the woods. I had to sneak back up and belly crawl up to get a shot. My first Eastern, and if I would have stayed in my blind, I would have had some really good footage of that.
Everybody gathered up in camp about 1300, and then we head out to wet a line. We didn't have much luck though.
Looks like our Missouri turkey hunting adventure is coming to a close. We appreciate Bart for showing us around Missouri and his property, taking us into Laconia and getting us peach floats.
We hope you enjoy the show. Thanks for watching.
So, I don't have a whole lot of experience turkey hunting. My previous turkey hunts weren't what you'd consider real turkey hunts. This is the first time I'd gone out and sat with the calls, crack of dawn, sitting in a blind, doing the whole turkey hunt. So it was a real great opportunity for me to get to sit with Bart, someone experienced who has created his own turkey calls. He's used turkey wings, and he actually sat down and showed me how to make calls, how to call in the birds, when to use calls. It's a lot of really good information for me. So I mean, I'm gonna forever be appreciative to Bart for this opportunity. So also check out these videos here. Don't forget to subscribe here, and as always, thanks for watching.